Okay, we're at day 6 of bus prep, and if anybody's thinking about using a 1961 or an older GM fishbowl bus as part of a movie, let me tell you what you're in for. I didn't work on the body at all yesterday because we had to try and break the handbrake loose because the handbrake is frozen, so the bus will not move forward or backward. I was told that if we rev the engine real high with the handbrake off, we hold the foot brake on and then rev the engine and then pop the foot brake. If we put it in reverse, it should break it loose. Well, we tried that and it didn't work. So we're going to have to call our mechanic guy that we bought it from, Lauren, and see if he has any other suggestions. On top of that, before I wanted to rev the engine, I wanted to make sure it had enough gas in there because there's no gas gauge to tell you how much gas is in there. So I took I had to previously purchase a 5-gallon and a 2-gallon gasoline container. So I took those into town, filled them up with diesel fuel, and then hand poured it into the tank to make sure that I'll have enough to rev it so it won't run out of gas before I can get the bus moving. And I did that, and then I figured, well, I better fill up the radiator. So I opened the radiator cap to fill up the radiator, and I noticed there was a little reddish brown clay in there, and it was solidified rust. And so as I started to pour water into it, when it backed out, when it filled up, I could see that it was completely brown red water. It was completely full of rust. So I knew I couldn't drive it like that because if I run it through there, it's going to ruin the water pump and all sorts of other things. So I spent the day flushing and filling the radiator. So we took the cap off, we flushed it out until there was clean water coming through. We plugged it up. I put 4 gallons worth of high premium coolant in there and capped it off with water. And then when we were trying to do that, when we were trying to take the radiator, unplug the radiator, which this is here, the door hinges open and it fell off. And there's the door. I'm trying to figure it out, but it looks like it's actually held on by a rubber gasket. Rubber gasket slides into here on this part and slides into a ridge in the top of the door there. Well, when we lifted the door, it was so old and dry rotted, the rubber gasket just ripped in two. So if that's the case, how do we get the door back on? I'm going to have to call Lauren on this also and see if there's a company that still makes that rubber gasket. If not, we're going to have to make something to hold it back on. So all fun and games. Today I'm going to try and work on the body a little bit, finish scuffing it, and get up underneath the bus again and try and scrub it some more with a wire brush and see if I can maybe break that handbrake loose again so we can get the bus moving. It's looking like it's going to be really tight to have it ready for the weekend for Anna to do her hand drawing on it. Hopefully today I'll be able to scuff it, and I don't know if I can start the taping the windows yet because I can't tape up the windows because I have to be able to move the bus to where we're going to paint it. So it's all becoming just a big pain. So this is the beginning of day 6.